Today on Hindsight Hurts, Rhonda will share a few heartbreaking hindsights and memories of our sweet Adam.
And as usual, I just want to make sure that I say that if you're having suicidal thoughts or suicidal ideations, to please call or text 988. They are there, they are trained, they're there to give you a listening ear, they're there to help you, they're there to give you resources, um, whatever it may you may need or it may take for you to not make the decision to take your own life. And again, if you know someone who's going through this type of thing, please share 988 with them as well. And again, that they can call or text. I'm hoping that today's podcast kind of makes sense. I feel like it's going to be a hodgepodge of things. Just because it's different things that have come to mind over the last actually few weeks or days that I really haven't thought about sharing before, but there are some things that I have thought about the last few, weeks or so that I want to share today. But also, want to give God the glory because He um, had brought to my mind some things, and I had a conversation with someone that I'm going to just share the gist of that with you. I've been praying since Thursday for God to please bring something to my mind that I can share other than me just saying over and over and over again that, I miss Adam and that I think of him every day and that I'm triggered by different things. I know that I am being honest and being trying to be transparent, but I also want these podcasts to be beneficial so that, if you are going through this, which I pray no one has to go through losing a loved one to suicide, especially a child, but if you are going through this, that you can see where I am and things that are triggering me and where I'm at in my process and my journey that maybe will help you in your journey. Because I remember, and I think I've shared this before, that at the very beginning I really thought that I was going crazy and everything was upside down and nothing made any sense. And speaking with the two couples from our church that have lost children was such a huge, tremendous help. They were able to tell me, no, it's normal, you're not crazy. And I just want to be able to do the same for others. And just praying that again, that no one has to go through this of losing a loved one to suicide. But if you are, or if you have, our prayer is that this will help you to on your journey so you can see where you are or where you are in comparison to where I'm at. And I know we all mourn differently. I know we all grieve differently. So I'm not saying that where I'm at is exactly where you would be at this time frame. I'm just saying that I want to help. And if I say something that you're feeling at the time that maybe helps you realize that you're not alone or that you're not insane or crazy or whatever emotions you may be feeling, that's our prayers that we can help you with that. The first thing I want to mention is I was speaking with a young lady at church yesterday, and she, almost 11 years ago, she told me yesterday she lost her cousin. It was a terrible car accident, and so his death was sudden, and they were very, very close. And he was a very young man when he passed. And she told me yesterday that to this day, she's still, almost 11 years later, she still is triggered by things, and she still has strong emotions and feelings and everything. So she said that listening to the podcast has helped her with that and that's those thoughts and those emotions and things like that. So again, that's the kind of thing that I'm hoping and praying that it would help someone else. She said she actually used the word that she enjoyed, but then she felt awkward saying that she enjoyed it. But I think what she meant is that maybe it brought her comfort or just listening and knowing that other people are struggling or not struggling, but are going through similar emotions and feelings and things like that, maybe gives her comfort. So, um, she told me I could use her name, but I'm not going to. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that. That was one of the first things that I wanted to share today. Um, the next thing I wanted to share is that our oldest granddaughter is getting married soon, a little over a month out. And sometime between when Adam was here around Thanksgiving until till he was gone in January. I know we had conversations, my granddaughter had conversations with Adam, about her wedding and everything, and she had talked about wanting an arch. And I'm probably using the wrong word. I don't know a lot about weddings and things, but you know, s- something that they would stand under, or some kind of a arch or something that they could stand in front of when they're doing their vows and everything. And he had told her that he could make that for her. And now that her wedding is just a little over a month away, he's not here and he's not able, obviously, to make it for her. So it's just another thought, that another reminder that he's gone, and another reminder of things that can't be done or won't be done, or, as a result of him being gone. And also, she was very close with him, and the fact that he won't be at her wedding is also, I think a hurtful thing for her, or a sad thing for her, that he won't be here for her wedding. But, I'm praying that her wedding will be great and beautiful, and that there won't be sadness because of all the love and the beauty of the wedding and everything. So anyway, that's just another thought that I had regarding Adam, and regarding him being gone, and just remembering that he had told her he would make it for her. And he actually made some things in the little town up north where he was, and he did a really good job of making things and putting things together, and out of pallets of all things. And a lot of the things just turned out really pretty, and for different events and things like that. So anyway, it would have been nice if he would have been here to make that arch for her, like he told her that he was going to. Another thing, is that here lately, again, over the last probably few months now, I feel like my emotions are more raw. And I think that's why a lot of the thoughts that I'm going to share in just a minute have been coming up again, because I think it's because of everything going on with Mike and his cancer. It's a lot. There's a lot more going on, a lot more that he has to deal with and do, and take care of things that, we had no idea that would be part of it. We thought we'd just show up for radiation or show up for chemo, and that would be the end of it. But that's not the case. There's a lot more going on. And I just think that with all of that going on, it's just made me more emotional, again, over the last probably weeks and maybe month or so, because he's been going through this since like the middle of July. So anyway, as a result of the raw emotions, for some reason here lately or recently, the 911 call that Adam made has been coming back to my mind. I know I shared that, he had taken his own life. I didn't share the manner, and I'm still going to share that, because every time I think about the way he did it, it just breaks my heart. I can't even think about that. But of course, in our humanness and in our hindsights and in our questionings and the what ifs, it goes through my mind, what if things had been different when the EMTs got there? What if they had done something different? What if, um, I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say, because I haven't heard the 911 call, but family members who have heard it have shared different things with me. And the fact that he called 911, we wonder, and I know I've mentioned this before, we wonder, did that mean he changed his mind? Did it mean that he realized what the seriousness or the finality of what he was doing? Why did he call 911? And I am in no way putting down or disparaging first responders ever, because I appreciate them, and I am thankful for policemen, firemen, EMTs, paramedics. I am so thankful for all of you. Military, I am thankful to all of you, because I couldn't do your job. And I am so grateful that you guys are, or you people, not just guys, but gentlemen and ladies, are doing those jobs on a daily basis every day. And I know that we have no clue what all you face every single day. But as a mother, as looking back, as thinking about the what I've been told about the 911 call, I just wonder what what would could be different? Could he be here today if things had been done a little differently? I don't know, it was a very small town. I don't know if they were volunteers. I don't know if they were, and I don't know the difference between what volunteers, what training they go through as opposed to someone who goes to school to be an EMT or a paramedic. I don't know any of that. So I'm not trying to speak to any of that because I don't know. I don't have a clue. And again, I don't even know if the EMTs that showed up at the scene were volunteer or had gone through school. I don't know. But again, it's just that for some reason here lately, that 911 call is just coming back to haunt me, I guess would be the word, just to think, what if things have been different, could he still be here today? I don't know. Again, it's just part of this process. I think part of this journey, part of the hindsights, part of the what ifs. I know one of the families that lost their son, made a comment that that they wish they'd have. I'm not I can't really share because I don't want to share their story, but she had a hindsight as well that if she'd have followed her gut instinct or something, then things might have been different. But again, we do that. We do what ifs and we do, hindsight. So we do regret. I mean, we regret a lot of things that we didn't do or didn't follow through on or just, and so anyway, that's kind of where I'm at today. Like I said, with the raw emotions, sitting in church yesterday morning, some of the songs we were singing, none of them pertain directly to Adam. None of them were like his favorite hymn, or none of them were songs that were sung at his service. But I guess because my emotions were raw, or my emotions were down, I don't know. I found myself tearing up through several of the praise and worship songs, and because my mind was going to Adam, and it's just I know it's going to be a process. I know it's going to be a while. I know everything isn't going to change and turn on a dime. I realize that. Um, and I know it's going to be a journey. I know it's going to take time. I just want to share this. Again, I'm trying to be transparent. I'm trying to be open. I'm trying to be honest. I just want to help somebody else. And I feel also like God has given me a more tender heart whenever I hear that someone has lost a child because you know exactly how what they're going through as a result of that. And I would imagine that the other families in my church that have lost children feel the same way, that they have a more tender heart as a result of losing their children. But I also feel like God has given me a more tender heart regarding when you hear that someone has taken their own life because the suddenness of the death, and obviously with us having no clue that he was struggling and suffering, didn't help any, didn't prepare us in any way for what happened. I knew he was struggling with alcohol. I knew that he was struggling with anxiety. And I know that in his past situations that, he in his testimony he shares his struggles and things, and and there was a time when he was struggling with drugs. And so when he tried to get anti-anxiety medication, I know that he had to tell them, I can't take this, or this, or any kind of narcotic because he knows about his addiction, and he knew that it wouldn't help. So I don't know if the anti-anxiety medication he was on actually helped him or not. I know he did self-medicate with the alcohol, and he admitted that he was struggling and that he was still struggling with the alcohol, and he was trying to find a way to get help, but he didn't get the help he needed, and he didn't, again, let us know that he was struggling as bad as he was regarding the mental health about wanting to take his own life. So, um, I hope that something I said today will help someone. Again, I know it's probably kind of all over the place, and I don't mean for it to be all over the place, but if I'm speaking from the heart and speaking from emotions, that's what it is. So, um, again, before Jody comes and completely closes us out, I just want to say, if you're having suicidal thoughts or suicidal ideations, to please call or text 988. Please don't suffer. Please don't struggle. Please don't hide it from your family or friends or someone that can help you get through this. Again, I haven't been on that side of it. I haven't had the suicidal thoughts, but I'm on the other side of it as a mother who's come through losing a son to suicide. And I just want to say that if you're thinking these thoughts, to also think about what it would do to your family, parents, and any other family or friends that you have, for them to be left behind from this choice that you made. I want to once again thank everyone for listening. And Jody, close us out.
Thank you so much, Rhonda, for going into some hindsights that are very hurtful for us today. Thank you also to our listener and talking with Rhonda about your story and your grief, and hopefully how our little podcast has given you some comfort. We invite anyone to share anything they have to say about their journey, regardless of where you are in it, whether it's fresh or if it has been years now. The pain never goes away, and hindsight memories will always seem to come up when you least expect it. I also want to say, if my great niece is listening, you are going to have the most beautiful wedding, and I cannot wait to see you walk down the aisle with your beautiful self. You can find us every Tuesday on YouTube at Hindsight Hurts, our Facebook page, Spotify, and Instagram. We encourage anyone to reach out to us with your stories or anything you would like to share at hindsighthurts@mail.com. Thank you so much.